Here we go.
I hope
On the
so.
first try on a
That's what's up.
Thursday, we're here.
That's what's up.
You're on the island. We got new background. The old background was driving me crazy. I don't
Oh,
know if you noticed.
oh,
It,
I
it
love
was
the new
driving me
background.
crazy.
I love the new background. Wait, we are live, right?
We are live. And
All
why
right.
do I hear myself?
Oh, I pulled the YouTube up. Maybe that was it. I
Okay.
pulled the YouTube up to share it in on my Facebook. Maybe that was it.
I
Um,
thought it, I thought it was me.
I just want to tell you that before we start off, I want to wish all my thoughts and prayers out to those Cowboys fans out there right now because I know you guys are struggling. I know you guys are hurting. That Micah Parsons is a Green Bay Packer now. He's not a Dallas Cowboy.
He is. I still hear myself. What is going on right now?
It's probably you're hearing yourself deep, deep down
No,
in the oh my goodness, Micah Parsons isn't here anymore. I understand.
no, this is about to drive me crazy. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get this fixed.
Do you have it playing somewhere in the background? Oh man, my thing almost tagged Xfinity Live in Facebook. I hate that they use live as their. I can't hear you.
Okay, there we
There
go.
you
I
go.
got it. I got it fixed. Man, I had another screen up
Listen,
and
before we get into the wrestling thing, I'm gonna address the Ace Avenue right now. Okay, what's worse, being from Philly or a Dallas fan? I'm gonna say that in the last 35 years that the Dallas Cowboys have not won a Super Bowl, Philadelphia has at least had multiple championships in their city over
wow.
various sports. We've had some football, we've had some baseball. I don't think we have a basketball team anymore. I'm pretty sure that team folded. We're just waiting for WNBA to come in. And hockey is in a rebuild, and it's a no, and it's they said that it's better. It's better than being a Yankees fan right now, even though I understand the storied past of the Yankees and I appreciate their past. It's in the past.
So is the Philadelphia Eagles
That,
Super
but
Bowl
that's a
win. That
year
is in the
removed.
past.
That's a year removed. I'm gonna actually get to see the Lombardi Trophy in 2 weeks when I go tour the Eagles locker room after a work event and hang out with BG, Brandon Graham, the
Wow.
man that stripped Tom Brady of the football in the Super Bowl.
Wow. You're saying all of these things as if let's talk about wrestling, guys. Let's
Let's talk about wrestling.
let's
Dom, I agree with you though. I am so happy that we're back on.
Me too. This was a very eventful week and not really wrestling related. That's the crazy thing
Oh
about
man.
a lot of wrestling happened, but not a lot of wrestling stories came out of that wrestling, but a lot of wrestling stories came out of things outside of the ring and some promos inside the ring. But well, this actually happened inside of the ring. I think this was last Friday or maybe Saturday, an indie show. Rikishi's promotion. Don't remember the name of it. Something Pro. Rikishi, not one of my favorite humans.
Not
Not a
lately,
big,
no.
not a big fan of the Rikishi. He just always has some crazy Jey Uso takes. I get it. He's his dad. Like I'll probably say the same thing about my kids if they weren't winning or starting on a team. I'll be ripping the team down
Mm.
or ripping the promotion down, kind of like Rikishi does.
His
Maybe that's the
wrestling
dad in me.
is not. It's KNOKX Pro Wrestling.
Knox X Pro Wrestling. So apparently, Psycho Stu, who every news outlet or every internet social media outlet keeps saying, he's a 15-year Army veteran, and of course, me being an Army veteran, I feel for that, but I also feel like they're using that to shape this narrative even more than it actually needs to be because he's just a human being. He's a guy who wrestles. And Raja Jackson, Rampage Jackson's son, apparently early in the day they had some type of altercation where Psycho Stu, the independent wrestler, hit a beer can over Raja's head, which I mean, if that's not a work, that doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, it definitely doesn't doesn't take away from the fact that, hours later during the actual show, Psycho Stu's having a match. Raja Jackson jumps in the ring, slams this guy, and it was nasty. Like his head bounced off the mat, something crazy. Not a flat back bump, as they say in the business.
Mhm.
And it was almost like he was out immediately after he hit his head. But if he wasn't out immediately after he hit his head, Raja Jackson just jumped on this dude and started wailing on him. Like Stu never even got a chance to put his arms up, and those were not working punches. He went and just hit the guy at least 20 times while he was unconscious. The ref stood there. I don't know if the ref was in disbelief or the ref was like, I can't beat this guy, so I'm not going to do anything. But you as a bystander have to immediately jump on him
Yep.
and at least hope the boys in the back are going to come down, which they did once again after he hit this guy at least 20 times. Like 20 times is putting it lightly.
Yep.
Like watching the video, it was disgusting to watch. I know you've seen the video, Frank. Like as you're watching this video, what are your immediate thoughts on this whole situation?
So I saw the video after it happened, so I didn't see it without knowing what would happen going into it. It just like I don't know why the ref didn't interject himself at all. I mean, as far as I know, and from what I read, he was unconscious the minute he hit the mat.
Yeah.
His head hit the mat. He was out cold, and so. Going back, there's a lot of weird takes on this. Mark Henry came out and absolutely placed all the blame on Stu, which, like, yes and no to a point. And RVD is back in Raja, a holy back in Raja, and I didn't look at what he said because just that was enough for me to just be like, all right,
RVD.
like. He hit him in the side of the head with the beer can, and I don't think Raja knew it was a work at the time.
Yeah.
That's how it's being broken out, is he didn't know it was a work at the time, and that's bad on whoever got him to come to that match. That's bad on the wrestlers for not knowing that he didn't know it was a work. The plan, I think, was for him to interject himself into the match later on, but the hitting him in the side of the head with the beer can, I don't know if he expected that to come or whatever.
I don't know. Have you watched any other videos on the lead up to it?
I did. I watched the beer can thing, and then I watched AJ Mana backstage with him, telling him to go out there and get your receipt. Now, AJ Mana was fired.
Yes,
he was
fired, as he should have been, because that was just
so. In the wrestling world, to get your receipt thing, for those that don't know, it happens in wrestling all the time.
Correct.
I think it was Kurt Angle against one of the Tough Enough winners, and the guy put him in too hard of a hold, and he almost broke Kurt Angle's arm. Right?
Daniel
and then
Puder.
Kurt Angle got up and beat his ass.
Yeah, everybody in the ring beat it. Like so Daniel Puder tried to shoot on Kurt Angle, who is perhaps is arguably the greatest wrestler who ever walked the play. Like pound for pound Greco-Roman wrestler. Like he is at least top 3. Like, I don't know much about.
He's just ahead of Dominic Mysterio right now.
Just ahead,
not by much, but he's ahead. Yeah.
But as far Daniel Puder tried to shoot on him in the ring. So that Royal Rumble, that next Royal Rumble, this is when Eddie, Chris Benoit, all of them beat they beat Bob Holly, and Hardcore Holly is just
they all gave him a lot of stiff shots and basically beat his ass in the ring. But the difference is they didn't do what Raja did. Raja had this guy unconscious on the ground and threw haymakers. He wasn't just like the wrestlers when they're throwing punches, they're pulling it or they're hitting them with here or even he was throwing haymakers at this man on the ground.
Not one missed. It was disgusting.
And they should have known that him as and as an MMA fighter, what he was doing at that, you have to at least you have to see the punches connecting as the ref.
Correct. And once again, as a ref, and as a wrestler, honestly, all of these wrestlers and refs are not tough guys. So
Right.
Raja is a legit tough, he's a MMA fighter, right? So me personally, if I see an MMA fighter fighting a dude, I'm at least going to attempt, right? Because I'm not saying
Sure.
the ref's not going to beat this guy up.
No, not at all.
But at least create some distance, right? Like at least push him off, create a little bit of distance, and maybe give him a chance to realize, hey man, I'm hitting a guy who's out. Like, hey, this guy's out, right? The ref
Yeah.
just kind of stood there. And the ref might have been shocked, right? Once again, everybody deals with trauma and everybody deals with stress differently. Some people really do freeze up, right? Because they've never been in a real fight in their whole life.
No.
Wrestling scripted. And once again, I won't say very rarely, maybe back in the 50s, back in the Harley race days, like you would see that in the ring because sometimes it really did get personal. But this was crazy. And I saw another video of Raja talking to Rampage because both of these guys were live streaming on Kick. And I've never heard of Kick.
I've heard of it. I actually, I've only heard of it because if you go to live stream here, there's an option for Kick, and I never looked into it.
Okay, well, I'd never heard of Kick until this.
Yeah.
And both of them got banned from Kick
Wow.
because there's a video of Raja before all of this happens talking to Rampage, and Rampage is kind of hyping him up. Like, hey man, like he kept saying, hey, I'm not gonna be no bitch. I'm not gonna be no bitch. And I saw another video of afterwards, he's walking down the street, live streaming on Kick, saying, nobody's gonna make a bitch out of me, whatever. And once again, this sounds like a trouble man. And
Big time.
yes. And Rampage puts out a statement saying he had a concussion 2 days before that. Once again, that's deflection. That's deflection.
He could do jail time for this. Like, this is a bad situation.
It is terrible
And it's horrible to see happen. They lost their WWE affiliation because of it.
Correct.
Which they should have. But WWE's got a couple other things going on that I want to mention too later.
It could have been avoided, right? This all could have been avoided. And once again, I went to X, I went to Threads, and I went into the comments, and the comments are disgusting. I'll be totally honest. I am never and I say this wholeheartedly, and I know this will upset a lot of people. I'm never for the incarceration of young black men, but this dude is going to jail. Right, there's no way around it. This is premeditated. Like what his dad didn't help the situation. Hyping him up, call him a bitch, and I get it. Like they have that. I've watched some of their videos in the past where there's a video of Raja taking Rampage down for the first time, and they have that type of relationship because they're both fighters, right?
Yep.
Like you got Rampage, he's and he was crazy to begin with, right?
Yep.
So I mean, this is man, if this kid doesn't get jail time, I'll be surprised.
I mean,
but he'll definitely get probate. Like he is definitely going to have to do some type of restitution, whether it be jail, whether it be money, whether it be something. But he deserves it all. Just watching this was hard to watch.
It was horrible to watch.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
Matt down there in the chat said New Jack stabbed someone with Wolverine claws and didn't go to jail. Yeah,
Wolverine fork claws.
Yeah, I mean they did some crazy stuff in ECW, but this still seems like it's a little bit worse.
No, New Jack really did stab somebody.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah. No, he stabbed at an indie show. This wasn't ECW. No, New Jack.
Okay, my bad.
New Jack really was like that. He was crazy.
My bad.
Well,
I know he was crazy.
I don't know if the guy died. No, he really was like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
That's not a gimmick. Like he really
Right.
was that guy.
That's
But yeah,
crazy.
yeah. The indie show, he stabbed the guy like 3 times, 3 or 4 times. Like stabbed, like poked him up jail style. Like it was crazy. And I think it was over money. Like it was definitely over money.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. But this situation was very disheartening because once this kid is 25, and I
Yeah.
just don't think and a lot of I place a lot of the blame on Rampage. Like you can't.
He definitely deserves a chunk of the blame. Um, Psycho Psycho Stu does have to take some of the responsibility for hitting him with the beer can, but at the same time,
Yeah, you don't
you
expect
can't
that. Yeah,
you don't expect that he's going to slam you into the mat and then pummel your face like the Phillies
yeah,
are pummeling the Braves right now, 5-3. Sorry.
yeah. No, yeah. This is just a
It's a
this a
crazy situation, and I mean, I hope Stu's okay, and it's a shame. I mean, I can't even say I hope he doesn't go to jail. I don't even know how to feel about it because Jesus,
the kid one. That kid needs help.
a
Like
big
he
time, big
he
time.
he needs help. Because there is a few screws loose up there if you can't separate. Because I did why I've gone down a rabbit hole with this whole situation because I didn't know how
Mhm.
to address it. Right, I don't want to be insensitive to Psycho
Right.
Stu, but at the same time, like I understood what Mark Henry was saying, but I think that was just the wrong take. Right, I really do. Like saying, well, like yeah, you do have to know who you're doing this stuff to or doing this stuff with. That's like ripping somebody's sign in the audience and that person snaps on you and like slaps you.
I
Right?
don't
Like,
want to know what Rob Van Dam's take is at all
yeah,
because
no,
just by the way he came out and then he doubled down on it. Now, Mark Henry's a very funny man. Okay, like this aside, the way he's reacting to it, he said, "I don't care what anybody on the internet says. I'm bulletproof." He just, I mean,
I
he
mean nobody's
feels the
gonna
way
beat his
he feels.
ass.
He's got his
Like,
strong convictions, and I'm not going to step to him.
no, no. I do think it's the wrong take because I
I agree.
his take, I don't think it put it all on Stu, but at the same time, it didn't put anything on Raja. Like you have to take some onus to this.
Yep.
You can't blame anybody. Like you can't
Yeah.
blame anybody else. You can't blame any of the other
Mhm.
situations around you for your actions. At the end of the day, like I said, Rampage played a part in this, but at the same time, he didn't like
Yeah.
literally push him into the ring to do this. But that other wrestler, that AJ guy, that guy's a
Yeah.
clown. Like that video, he
I don't,
he
I mean, look, I understand what he was doing. You do the backstage segments, you tell him to go get a receipt. I, he is a clown, but I don't think even he realized what was going to happen. I'm not saying he's innocent by any means at all, and his firing is absolutely justified, but I don't think even he
yeah,
understood
no,
what he
yeah,
was doing at that time.
I don't think anybody like because this you've never seen like at least on
No,
camera. I've never seen this on camera before. I've heard
not like
of
that. No.
people getting beat up, and I've heard of these things. Like if I didn't see it on camera, I wouldn't even believe it's true. Like that's
Honestly, even in a UFC fight, they don't get to throw that many punches when a guy's on the ground. You get
no, the
three,
ref's on
four
top of them.
max. Yeah,
Yeah,
you get like 3, 4, and the ref. But again, that's a differently trained ref, and he
yeah,
knows what to
yeah.
look for. So
Those refs are huge. Like the ref in UFC, like when they charge
yeah,
you, they gonna
yeah,
get you off the guy. Like
yes.
they,
You know, uh, there also was a burial this week, last week in the WWE.
man, there was. I
There was a
think there was two
burial.
burials, but
There was definitely one. There was one burial off the top of my mind that's going almost viral on SmackDown.
well, you know what? You know what's crazy about SmackDown? What's really insane about SmackDown
It's the
is
show
that
I
if
hate to love. Love
no,
to hate.
boy. A mid-card champion opened up SmackDown. A mid-card champion.
Wait, am I looking at the right SmackDown?
You definitely aren't looking at the right SmackDown if you don't know that a
You know what I
mid-card
did?
champion.
I'm sorry. I was looking further ahead than I should have been. See, here's me. I'm in the wrong spot this week.
Yes.
This is the thing. This is the other thing I want to talk about, that the WWE is in hot water but should not be in hot water. So you go ahead.
But this isn't the one though, because the mid-card champion.
That was the next one when she
That was the
said it.
next one. Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Because we're in Ireland. We're in Ireland
We are
to
in
kick
Ireland.
off SmackDown. And Becky Lynch, the Intercontinental Champion who is on Raw, opens up SmackDown.
Which I have no problem with, because they're in Ireland and she's from Ireland. And I thought that was a nice little nod to her, to let her start off, because when she got to the ring, she was so emotional at the cheering, and you could just see it on her face. And I can't imagine how hard it was to do what you just did in your home country.
But how great is it though? Like,
It was
you
awesome.
start off, oh, I'm so happy to be here, but you guys all suck, right?
It was
And just-
awesome.
It was great. This might have been one of Becky Lynch's better promos of any run of hers, because it was great. You could tell she was having a great time. And exactly. Yes. You could tell she was having a great time.
Yep.
And the time was being had. She runs down Ireland, like just completely runs everybody down, saying they got.
I know
face
you
for
loved it
TV.
because you don't like Irish wrestlers. Where's Kenny? Kenny, where you at? Back me up.
Me and my vendetta against all Irish wrestlers who are just terrible promos.
God, back me up, Kenny.
But this was going well, and then Nia Jax came. And now once again, everybody, Matt, you know I'm a Nia Jax guy. But boy, she ruined this. Like this, no, Tiffany Stratton came out first, and then Nia Jax comes out, and they both ruined it because Tiffany Stratton is a terrible face. Like let's stop. The Tiffany, like every time she talks, she loses me because she just has terrible timing when it comes to her promo.
She does. I did not. I was all on board until the three of them came out, because the three of them ruined this whole thing.
Yes, they
The
did.
three of them ruined it. Because
Jade.
you immediately saw where they were going. You immediately knew what they were going to do. I thought this was an A+ promo up until Tiffany's music hit. And then it dropped to a B.
This is the one time on this planet where I was like, man, Lyra would have been a better fit here. Because they were chanting for Lyra. They were just like, I mean, the crowd would have went insane if Lyra Valkyria was there.
Yep. I'm kind of shocked that she wasn't.
Me too.
But I understand why what I understand where they're going with her, and I'm super excited for that, but we'll get there in a few minutes. This literally was your copy and paste. Here we have two bad guys. Here we have two good guys. Let's make a match for later in the night.
Let's make a match. Yes, correct. That is SmackDown's formula to a T. Let's open up the show. You got a bunch of people who don't like each other because Becky said Nia's her mortal enemy. like, I mean, because she is. She is. She broke a nose. She actually made her career. No,
she did.
She made her career. But yeah, let's make a match for later on that night. And we had a match. But up until that point, like you said, it was a great promo. Becky was having the time of her life. You could tell she was having fun. And I like that. I like that aspect of Becky. After watching her interview with Cody, you could tell she's more relaxed. Like she felt more relaxed in the ring. And yeah, up until Nia and Tiffany and Jay came out there, because Becky's already a kind of not the strongest promo, but the other three, they were just terrible. And I love Nia. but she just brought the whole, like, her and Tiffany, it's fallen flat because we've seen this 500 times already, and I think people are over it. Like at this
Yeah.
point, I think we're over it. But we did get into the first match after that because they made a
Yeah.
match.
Yeah, we did.
We got, hold on, let me get back to
It wasn't a bad match. It just
here. I don't know if you watch Ups and Downs on What Culture Wrestling.
mm-mm.
Simon Miller kind of looks like, everybody say he looks like Johnny Sins, the adult star. They actually do look almost exactly alike. But Simon Miller is UK wrestler. He does a weekly show where he gives the bad bits and up, good bits
Yep.
or good bits and up, bad bits down. I love that show. I watch it almost religiously, almost as much as I rewatch our show. But he was talking about the tag team scene on SmackDown because now we got Mello and Miz tagging up again, and it made me think: are we done with Andrade and Mello? Because Andrade and Ray versus Miz and Mello sounds like a terrible match on paper, but could be a great match in the ring
Yes.
because you got four great competitors.
Yes.
Man, Matt, that's a good question. I've only seen pictures on the internet. I googled because he kept saying it, and I googled who Johnny Sins was.
Oh man, never do that.
No,
That name alone sounds like
I'm not, I will not. I will not say how I really know what Johnny Sins looks
if
like.
I'm at work and I see something I want to Google like that, I right click and go incognito mode. And even that sometimes isn't good.
Yes, no, don't do it on the work computer. Don't Google his name on the work computer.
No, 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 no,
You're
no,
gonna
no,
get
no.
fired
Oh, definitely ain't hitting images if I do.
for sure. But we had the Motor City Machine Guns versus Mellow Don't Miz. And once again, Mellow Don't Miz gets a win because the Miz jumps in and takes the pin. And
I,
yeah, I
I, are they going to break them up or are they going to play it like the Judgment Day where they're going to tease them, then they're not, then they're going to tease them, then they're not, then they're going to end up being good?
but I don't know. Because I wanted to say the same thing about Ray Phoenix and Andrade, but they're actually a really good team. And I think the Mello and the Miz are a good team too. I just think they're so mismatched though.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping they call Trick Williams up so we could
It
get
would be
Trick
nice.
Mello Gang again
That
because
would be
that's a
nice.
team that I think you could get behind, and I think you could elevate both of them in that scenario. I don't think you elevate Carmelo because beating the Miz, unfortunately, in 2025, beating the Miz doesn't get you over,
No,
right?
not
Even
anymore.
it, yeah, like yeah, 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago for sure, but like now, beating the Miz, like teaming up with the Miz and becoming friends and having a chain on and then turning on him or him turning on you, doesn't move the needle like it would have 10 years ago per se. And once again, no shade on the Miz because
No, absolutely not.
but it's just a
He's hitting
fact.
the end of his career. Maybe.
Correct.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like yeah. I mean
But
he
it just
he
feels like
is.
I don't know. It feels like SmackDown is the tag team show and Raw is the single show. And that's kind of how it feels like they're
Yes.
they're they're doing it, you know?
Yes, because they have a lot of tag teams,
Yeah, they
great tag teams, and I love the tag team scene, but this might be one too many, right? This might be one too many.
yeah.
And I said this last week. I don't know if you remember last week when I gave my rant on how much I love Piper Niven.
Yes.
I went on a rant and I said
Yep.
Piper Niven needs a chance to shine, and we know, and this lets me know, Brian James, I know you watch us. I
I
know
know.
you're listening to what I'm saying. You're listening to what we're saying. Because the next match was Piper Niven with the Secret Herbis and Chelsea Green versus Charlotte Flair. And Piper Niven picked up the win in a very
Yep.
physical match.
Yep.
And I'm here for it because I'm a big Piper fan. I think she's reached a ceiling with the Secret Harvest. I don't think they're ever going to push her as a single star within that group,
Probably not.
but I mean, at least push her as a star. Like, she might not win any titles, but push her as the heel that she is. Like, push her as the monster that she can be, and have her pick up some wins against. I mean, Charlotte's not a small wrestler per se, but smaller than her. So, I mean, give her some wins. Not saying turn her into another Nia Jax, but at the same time, why not? Right?
Yeah,
She is a better wrestler than Nia Jax. I wholeheartedly
absolutely.
believe that. So she could definitely do some damage, and she got to win. It was a competitive match. Wasn't the best match in the world, and she got busted open pretty good. But I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. She got the win.
Yeah,
And
and I was glad to see that. And we had a little backstage segment before that. We had Sammy Uso with Jay Uso congratulating him on being a dad, and
you mean Jimmy Uso, the other
I'm
twin?
sorry, Jimmy Uso, and Solo showing up talking about him being the best uncle that he can be for the kid, and it was good. There was no fighting. It was it was fun.
Solo's the best.
It
So
was a fun little thing.
yes, Solo's the best. Like
He's great when he's just naturally being funny.
correct,
When you can tell it's being scripted, it's not there. Like when he's
correct.
following lines, it's not there. When he's got like I guess maybe like an outline of points to hit, it's better.
Yes, or when he's just in a match. Like
Right.
when
Right.
he's in a match, he starts taunting people and trolling people in the ring. That's always funny to me.
See,
Like
that's what I used to love about watching old wrestling was they used to yell to the crowd and they would taunt the crowd while they were, and you don't see a lot of that anymore.
no, because I think people think that that's lame. They think
It's
it's
not
old.
lame. It's
Like it's
awesome.
not. It's
It's
not. Like
awesome. It's as awesome as watching the funeral that took place next.
you know what? They call this man the greatest of all time, right? And there's people who debate that.
Mm-hmm.
He makes it hard to debate, but I do have a debate for that because if you see the name of this show, it is the greatest of all time question mark. But on the thumbnail for this show, there's a big picture of Roman Reigns. So we're gonna talk about that after we talk about this burial, or we'll talk about that when we get to Monday night.
Listen,
Because John Cena came out,
oh man,
Logan Paul came out, and Logan
Logan
Paul
Paul
said
came out before he said a word.
he did. He did. And Logan's doing this thing where he's calling everybody part-timers and saying I love that, by the way. Love that whole gimmick where he just doesn't realize that he is the guy that he's insulting,
Yep.
which makes it even funnier. But he got some words in on John Cena. He said, he's a Hollywood star or whatever. Like, I don't even remember much of what Logan said, but I remember almost everything what John Cena said because he ran him down pretty good.
He didn't just run him down pretty good. And now so I listened to Busted Open the next morning, right? And I listened to what Bully said, and what he said made sense. And he said that he didn't think Logan Paul knew what Cena was going to say. He
I
think
saw
that Logan just was like Cena basically went over it with him and said, "Hey, you're going to talk. When you stop, I'm going to go." And Cena's done this before. Cena did this to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns came back better than ever. What Cena did to Logan Paul, what Logan Paul does next will be a telling moment for the Logan Paul in WWE.
So I get it, right? People are saying that Cena buried Logan, but I think
But
Logan Paul's character is so
I I think he
intricate.
buried him. I think he buried him for a purpose, though.
Yeah,
That
for
was the
sure.
push.
Yeah.
That was the push. I mean, he said, let me see. He said, where it was. Told him he was a great athlete, future champion, and then called him a disappointment. And then got out of the ring and flipped the prime card over and said that he that Paul lacked respect on the business, that he's only using them for ad placement and for product placement stuff. And just like, man, he just went in on him.
He did, and I somewhat agree, but at the same time, I don't.
Called him overrated.
I could definitely no. I don't agree with
I
that.
don't agree with that.
I
think
don't.
I think Logan Paul absolutely is a future main event WrestleMania guy. I think Logan Paul is a future heavyweight champion if he sticks in the business, and I think he will.
Correct.
He's incredibly talented, and he should be a lifelong heel.
Yes, for sure. Like at no point do I think he should pull like a Miz and go fake, because I think the Miz should have stayed heel. I think the
Yeah,
Miz, even though he was over,
but you
like
can see certain people how they can build them up and then break them down and build them up, like go heel face heel face.
yeah,
Certain people should just stay the course. When Brock Lesnar turned face, it was a complete shock, and I didn't think it was going to work, and it worked way better than I expected.
yeah.
But he's a heel.
Brock is different. Brock is different.
Right.
Like Brock is the exception to every rule. Like any rule that you could, any rule you can create, Brock is the exception to that. Like he's the outlier. So that's I think of him more like Ravishing Rick Rude. I don't think Ravishing Rick Rude should ever have been. I don't think he ever was. I think he was a face at one point as a manager. And that was only because, like, I think he aligned himself with Perfect, and Perfect had turned face, or it's some randomness of him becoming a face. But as a wrestler, I don't think he ever was a face.
Yeah.
And he should never have been a face. Like that's who Logan reminds me of character wise, is because of how unlikable he is as a character. It's always going to work as a heel. Like he's always going to work even if he's a great dude, right? He's always going to work as a heel. Same thing with Perfect. Perfect was exact. He should have never been a face. Ever.
That so Logan Paul referenced the agreement that John Cena made Nikki Bella sign before moving in. Which again, John Cena has said he's an open book out there. Anything you want to say, you say. I don't care. But him coming back at Logan Paul about while I was doing main events, you and your brother were making vines. I remember Vine.
I remember
10-second Vine. We made some fun vines in the van. We made some fun vines when I was in the Rockets, Matt. And then telling him that he's only wrestled 23 matches. Like it was a great dress down.
Oh yeah.
And Logan tried to hit him, and Bryce Harper just hit an upper deck home run. I'm sorry. I just clicked it on for a second. And Cena gave him an attitude adjustment, and I went, oh, okay, Cena's putting him over. Logan's going over. Because you know how that works, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Does the last move is the person that's going to lose. So they ended it there. Great segment, I thought. Great segment.
Oh yeah. Top tier segment for a Cena.
And we got another tag match.
We did. We got another tag match. We go into the Street Profits, who I don't know. I think it's time, guys. Like I do. I think you've reached the ceiling. Even if you're the tag team champs again, nobody seems to care.
No.
Like that's the bad thing, and that's sad because they're a talented team. Dawkins is great. Ford is great. They're both great athletes. They're a great tag team, but nobody seems to care.
No.
Right? They take on the MFTs. Everybody's yelling, JC Mateo can't wrestle, and that's turned the internet upside down. Like, because everybody's saying, like Jeff Cobb, I've watched Jeff Cobb in New Japan. I've seen some of his matches. I won't say I've seen every one of his matches.
He's a damn good wrestler.
He's a good wrestler, but he is a terrible WWE character and wrestler in WWE.
That's because they're not putting him in place to succeed.
Correct. Kind of like Bronson Reed was. When Bronson Reed first got signed, he was middling, and he looked weak. He would get in these matches, and it just didn't click for him. It wasn't until he squashed Seth Rollins Like, I think that really was the thing that put him over, and Seth really did put him over
Yep.
when
100%.
he went. I mean, he hit him with 8 tsunamis, right? And then he goes in the thing with Braun Strowman, and in his career, of course, he broke his foot in the War Games match,
That sucks.
but if he wouldn't, like, who knows where he would be right now? If he didn't
It's
miss
true.
that significant amount of time, like, who knows where he would be right now? But he's been
Yeah.
on a steady upward trajectory because of good booking.
I didn't like
JC,
him at first either. I really did not like. I was like, oh, another big guy, blah blah blah. No, you're right. It's been good, great booking. Somebody must
great
be telling
booking.
Road Dogg how to do it. Oh no, wait, Road Dogg doesn't do that. My bad.
Man, because JC, I'm not I'm I'm not the biggest fan of his. Like, I don't think his style matches the character they're trying to portray him as, and I just don't think the MFTs as a group, like, they're like, and this is a huge insult. They're like Judgment Day light without the fun shenanigans. And that's actually a huge credit to the Judgment Day, who a lot of people thought were Bloodline light, right? Oh man, the
Yep,
Judgment Day is just another faction, and they've
they've gone
stood
a
that wave.
Yep,
They withstood the tide, and they made it out on the other end as one of the best factions we've seen in the 20th century or 21st century. Like, they've become a great faction over time. I don't see that for the MFTs because they
no,
just don't until Tama Tonga comes back. And I think that could
that's
either
one of
change
Frank's
it for
questions.
better or worse.
That's one of Frank's questions later.
That is one of Frank's questions. But
But
yeah,
this tag match was just, it was a tag match. You
yeah.
know, the Street Profits win. Eh,
Tala
Okay.
Tonga's just doing Tala, just being
He's,
tall,
he's
just
being a tall
just
Tongan.
yeah,
He
just
is.
standing there. And then one of the funniest segments of the night happened because Alistair Black comes to the ring and he's just looking brooding and he's just being menacing because he just loves violence. And he's supposed to have
He
a
is
match with
awesome.
R-Truth.
Yep.
And R-Truth comes across the screen and R-Truth looks like he's in the airport. He's like,
Mhm.
man,
He's
he's
in
like,
air
hey,
freight.
yeah, yeah. He said, hey, I'm sorry, guys. I thought we were supposed to be in Dublin, Georgia, which is hilarious. So I'm here in Dublin, Georgia, and you guys in Ireland. So I'm not going to be there tonight. And the crowd gets upset, rightfully so, because R-Truth is a
Sure.
national treasure.
Yes, he
R-Truth,
is in every country on the planet.
yes. Funny, hilarious segment because that is the truth everybody's come to
Yep.
know and love. And he said, I'm not going to be there, but I do have a replacement. And Damian Priest came back, and Damian Priest looked different. Like, he came back, he looked focused, and he beat the living hell out of Aleister Black.
Yep.
And they just brawled, right? They
Hmm.
had a good old fashioned Donnybrook without that being a match stipulation because
That
they
was
just
great.
fought each
It was
other.
great. And it's good to see Damien back, and I'm sure he got some rest, and that was great. That's going to be a nice little feud going forward.
Correct. But I think at some point we're going to get a triple threat. I do
I
think
can see
at
that.
some point we get a triple threat with Truth, Aleister Black, and Damian Priest.
And
With
Truth will be the
Damian Priest,
comedy.
yeah, of course.
Right.
And I don't know who wins that match.
No, I
With
don't know either. That's a hard one. That's a, you don't want to, I don't know. You don't want to see Priest lose, but at the same time,
you
you
don't
don't
want to
want
see
Alistair to
anyone.
keep losing. You're not going
Correct.
to give the win. You're not going to give the win to Truth. Maybe you give the win to Truth. Maybe he accidentally pins Damian Priest because that'd be funny.
Yes. Yes. And Matt brings up a great point. If I was dating Lola Vice, I'd be focused too.
That's
You're
true.
100% correct. And that's not been confirmed or not. I don't know if they're dating because I just think Damien's a free spirit who
He is
just
the bisexual
attracts.
Undertaker.
Yes. He just attracts other free spirits who just love being around him.
That's right. I would love to hang out with him.
For sure. For
I would
sure.
love to hang out with him.
Then we get to our main event, which
Well,
is,
we had a promo.
did we?
We did.
Did I?
We had Drew McIntyre come down
Ah,
in Dublin. Big Drew came down to talk some smack about Cody Rhodes.
yes.
And after putting Cody's head through the announce table, took Cody out of action. Cody, I'm sure, is so banged up and hurt on the filming Street Fighter 2.
Yes.
Which is why Cody's not there. It's filming Street Fighter. And while he was talking, and he was talking all his smack, the 3 most dangerous letters in the WWE hit my man from behind.
That will never get old. Watching Randy Orton just pop up out of nowhere. The crowd goes insane.
It's not just that he pops up out of nowhere. It's the face that he makes right before he does it. Like, he's giddy. Like, it's Christmas morning. I got my gift. Oh, here it comes.
I don't know if you've ever seen. Have you ever seen the backstage videos of Tommaso Ciampa trying to RKO Randy Orton?
Yes, they're phenomenal. And I saw all the matchups of the computer-generated little Randy Orton doing them all over the place.
But like his face as he's about to get it's like, oh, I got another one, and it's amazing.
And Randy just moves out of the way.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's great. That was a great segment.
You're right.
Great
You're
segment.
right. I completely missed that one.
And then we get the.
Yeah, we did.
And then Raw was on.
I mean,
look, the best part of this match was Becky losing her shit backstage before the match. In that few seconds that Nia went and talked to her to get them on the same page. And that Becky was like obsessing over having to win and be the best. That was the best part of this whole match. Not that they can't wrestle, and that they weren't. It's just the whole match itself was just.
Yeah, it just felt like a Friday night SmackDown put together match. Kind of like Teddy Long used to, make people go one-on-one with the Undertaker. Nick Aldis is now just, hey, I'm gonna book a tag match. Like I don't care what I got to do. I'm gonna book me a tag match. Like
and the good guys won because Becky Lynch walked away.
Of course,
and that's fine.
Her and Nia just hate each other.
That's fine. That's fine. It was a show. I mean, it wasn't as bad as it usually has been.
No.
And I can't wrestle.
Whoa.
Nia just lumbers around the ring.
Whoa. I don't know how to put people. I think you could put people in timeout in the YouTube chat.
I think you can. I'll have YouTube up.
Even though Nat is our only watcher.
That's true.
Just in defense of Nia Jax for 1 minute. Timeout for that.
Let me put the video on so it says 2 there. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh man. But no, this wasn't this wasn't the worst SmackDown. Of course,
it wasn't the worst.
It could have been better, but at the same time, it definitely wasn't the worst SmackDown, because the one 2 weeks ago was perhaps one of the worst SmackDowns I think I've ever seen. But it could be so much better because they have so much talent on SmackDown. Like they have, and Brian James. Listen to us.
Please. Paul's listening.
Yeah, for sure. Because we go into Monday night and we got a banger. But before we get to Monday night, we do have a list.
We do. Thanks to our good friend Matt, who's the only one watching us right now. I had asked Matt earlier today because I was just at a what should I do for a list moment. And Matt said top 10 wrestling valets. So I went to my friend ChatGPT and I said, hook me up with the top 10 wrestling valets and give me a little their best storylines and moments.
Okay. Oh, I like this.
Yeah. So I'm going to give the honorable mentions and get them out of the way so know who's not on the list.
If Sonny's on this honorable mention, then this list is
I understand.
Completely moot.
Honorable mention, Dawn Marie for ECW and WWE.
For sure. Good one.
Kimberly Page managed Diamond Dallas Page. Yeah. There's an honorable mention. This isn't in the top 10. Yeah. Lana was a key role in Rusev's early success. Not in the top 10.
This must be a good list then.
Deborah, who managed Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart and took a couple lefts from Steve Austin, allegedly.
And went through a table once or twice and had a lot of bra and panty matches. But
And
that's
one of
neither
my
here nor there.
favorite valets, who's not on the list, Melina.
I mean,
So,
Eminem.
yeah. So to get to the top 10, at number 10, we have Maria Kanellis. She ran from 2004 to 2010. She managed Mike Bennett and the Kingdom. Her style, this is a really cool the way they do this. Style from ditzy interviewer to confident, manipulative manager. Best storylines and moments. Diva search and WWE run started as comedic eye candy, but evolved into a real character. She was an ROH heel persona, reinvented herself as a strong heel manager for the Kingdom, earning critical acclaim. And she was the leader of a couple factions in Impact Wrestling. So
She might have been in a magazine that I might
she may have been in a magazine that maybe.
Maybe.
At number 9, Lita as a valet from 99 to 2000. She managed Essa Rios and the Hardy Boys at first. She was a high energy tomboy vibe, willing to wrestle and take bumps. Her best storyline and moments as a valet helped Team Extreme become one of the hottest acts of the Attitude Era. Often did moonsaults, dives, setting her apart from traditional valets. And her debut alongside Essa was shocking when she hit a moonsault on his opponents. I do remember all that. That was good shit back then.
How do you not mention her with Edge? She
Because
was like,
this was just her as a valet.
but she was
I
Edge's
guess
valet.
technically she was a valet with the Rated R Superstar.
I mean, they made out on they went under the covers on live TV.
She was side candy.
Yeah, they went under the covers. That was fun.
At number 8, we have Marlena, the Terry Runnels, from 96 to 99 in the WWF when she managed Gold Dust.
Putting her above any of these other people.
Yeah, I mean, she did play a key role in controversial angles with Brian Pillman during Attitude Era, and she was there during Gold Dust debut. Yeah,
Good. I mean, good valet. I just
great
don't.
valet, but I don't know about number 8.
Yeah, I wouldn't put her above Lita.
At number 7, we have Francine.
Oh, God.
ECW, 1996 to 2001.
Too low.
She managed Shane Douglas, Tommy Dreamer, Justin Credible. She was part of Shane Douglas's franchise run. She was frequently involved in catfights and in hardcore matches.
Francine, this is
should be
an
higher.
insult. Yeah, this is an insult because Francine is top tier manager, top
She
tier
is.
valet.
But then you get to number 6, and remember, this is as a valet. Trish Stratus, when she first started in 2000 to 2001, and Francine was from Philly area, which also should put her up a couple notches there. When Trish started, she managed TNA, Test, and Albert, and she managed Hello, Ladies. Little Val Venus action for you.
This list is now invalid because you can't put Trish Stratus, the greatest diva of all time, but not the greatest valet. Like she
did have that. She did have that Vince McMahon affair angle.
No, she had that.
Remember when Linda stood up? Yeah. Everybody was like, "Yay!"
No, I remember Trish when she was in between Chris Jericho and Christian, and she ended up turning on Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. That was a great angle.
I don't like having her above Francine here.
No.
Again, this is ChatGPT.
Yeah.
At number 5, definitely belongs in the top 5, if not a little higher. I don't know. Stacy Keibler from 99 to 2006. She managed the Dudley Boys, Test, and Scott Steiner. She had the legs. She dated George Clooney. She danced on the announce table. She started out as Miss Hancock.
She did
business attire. Stacy Keibler, absolutely top 5 all time.
The Duchess of Dudleyville. You're 100% correct. The Duchess of Dudleyville. Great. So I can't argue with this one.
Yeah.
Having her above Francine, that's kind of
It's
that's a little tough,
maybe
but
I would, but
I I I, I could see why she's number 5.
at number 4, woman.
Yeah, yeah,
The woman who would later become Nancy Benoit.
yeah,
From 89 to 97, she managed the Four Horsemen. She managed Kevin Sullivan, and she obviously managed Chris Benoit. Um, she was
yeah.
great. She was great at you know.
No, I can't argue that. I can't argue her at number 4.
I can't argue the top 3 at all. At number 3, sensational Sherry Martel.
Can't argue that.
From
Man,
1987 to 1994, she managed the Macho King. She managed Shawn Michaels. She managed Harlem Heat. She was there during the Booker T moment.
right when you said Harlem Heat, that was the first thing that popped in my
First
mind.
thing that popped in my mind. We will not be repeating what Booker T said. You can Google it. It's out there. It's hilarious.
God, that's such
Still
a
coming for
crazy
Hulk Hogan.
icon.
He is
Yes.
still coming for Hulk Hogan. Was one of, and I just look, man, his face and him turning aside, and she's just rubbing his shoulder like,
Yeah, yes,
right.
like it's okay. It's okay. Yes. It's such a it's an iconic moment. That's crazy.
But
Oh man. Can't argue her at number 3.
she was great with the Macho King. She was great with Shawn Michaels. She was great with
Shawn
Harlem. She was great all around. She
For sure.
absolutely deserves number 3.
For
At the
sure.
number 2 spot, you may have a problem with this, but I do not. Sunny sticks here at the number 2 spot, where she ran from 1995 to 1998, and then later on in ECW. She managed the Body Donnas, Smoking Guns, the Legion of Doom 2000, Farouk. Sunny was great back then. Not so much now.
No.
So much.
I would like. I mean, now that I think of it, putting her ahead of Sensational Sherry is kind of an insult. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like, I mean, she was great. Like, she got those teams. Like, the fact that you get the Body Donnas over, like, they were they were terrible.
Yep.
They were terrible, but everybody tuned in because of Sunny, right? She lit up the screen.
She did.
You know, back in those days. Unfortunately, times
No,
didn't
she fell
help
hard.
her. Yeah, she
Oh,
fell
no.
hard. I'd love to hear who's number 1. If she's
Number 1
2.
is by far and away my favorite valet of all times, the lovely Miss Elizabeth. From 1985 to 1996, she primarily managed the Macho Man. She did manage Hulk Hogan and Lex Luger. She was an elegant, soft-spoken. She had an angelic presence, which always made her a sympathetic figure. Her most notable storylines: Savage versus Hogan when the Mega Powers explode. You get your handshake, brother. Hogan rubbing the butt.
Yeah. Oh man.
Savage's jealousy over Hogan and Elizabeth drove that storyline. The WrestleMania 7 reunion with Macho Man in the ring when Shari turned on him and she jumped out of the crowd. Oh man, I got all choked up when she ran to the ring. WrestleMania 7 was WrestleMania 7. I was what, 37 years old at that time? I'm an old man.
Right.
And then that reunion in that ring,
Iconic.
Savage was just perfect during that.
Correct. That was one of the greatest moments. One of WWE's greatest moments of all time.
Absolutely.
Kind of gets overshadowed now because the kids weren't there. If you weren't there, like you had to be there.
Yep.
Like you had to feel that energy to understand how
And that
powerful it
built.
really was.
That
Yes.
built.
Correct.
And then her last big, her big heel turn in WCW, and she joined the NWO alongside Randy Savage, which was a little twist for her career being a bad guy. I prefer like to remember her on the shoulder to Macho Man in the middle of the ring. I do like to remember her in that leather jacket, but I also
made
like
in heaven. The match. Oh man. Yeah, you know. what was what was
That's two Schwar bombs.
what
Apologies.
was Dusty Rhodes? What was the black lady who we had like some random God, I can't think of her name. Oh
Oh,
man.
you had a valet? Sapphire.
Yes.
Sapphire.
Sapphire. Like they just
Sapphire.
pulled Sapphire out of the crowd. And
Sapphire.
why is she not on the list? Oh man.
Yeah,
American.
man.
No, I'm just I
She
kid.
wrestled on the independent circle as Princess Dark Cloud. That's a
Wow.
name.
Wow.
That's a name.
The 80s, am I right?
I enjoy that list because that
Yes.
Macho Man, that moment,
Correct.
that gets you
Correct.
right here.
After looking at the list, I probably would have put Sherry at number one.
I can
Like
understand that.
I
But
just I'm a huge Sherry fan.
I had a crush on Miss Elizabeth
I
from the
think everybody.
moment I saw her.
Oh, that was Sunny for me. I saw
Oh,
Sunny. I was like, I need to make better life choices.
how'd you go from Sonny to Nia Jackson? Come on.
I mean, Naya, come on, she's Naya. She has that she's not
Yeah,
like
she
most
has that.
girls, as they say.
She has that. Yeah.
But we we move on from Nia Jax not being like one of most girls to another Samoan legend who's not like any other wrestler. Who I just watched Stephanie's "What's Your Story" today,
I've
and
seen clips. I haven't watched the whole thing yet.
my tribal chief, your tribal chief, was on this, and he is such a great interview. He's such
It
a
really is.
good dude.
It,
And he
you know
opened
what?
up Raw.
He's
Yes.
so much more confident after the tribal chief run. Like when John Cena buried him, it's called a promo, kid. You're gonna have to learn how to do it sometime. Great. And he took that and he stepped his game up to a level I don't know if we'll ever see again.
I will be told I was not the biggest Roman Reigns fan, and it wasn't. It had nothing to do with the Big Dog era, right? Because I was with him during the big. I was like, man, why is everybody hating on this
Right.
guy? He's not that guy. He's not Stone Cold. He's not The Rock,
No.
but he's Roman Reigns. Like he had it then, but everybody hated on him.
Yeah.
I wasn't huge on him when he came back with the teeth, when he came back with the veneers and he squashed Bray, took the title. I was like, all right, I don't like this. Right.
Right.
I was actually really against it. And he became the tribal chief. He had those Thunderdome matches with Jay, which really should have elevated Jay a lot sooner than what we got, because they had some really good matches during that whole, the beginning of the bloodline thing. And at first, I really wasn't a big fan of the bloodline until I went to a live event.
Is
And
it different?
it is different. And it's because Roman is great on the mic now, but he wasn't always great on the mic. But what he always has been able to do is talk shit outside of the ring. Like he is one of the greatest shit talkers in the ring and outside of the ring.
Yep.
Like what he did in the Thunderdome when he used to just beat people and he would talk through the whole match. Like that whole match he had with
I like
Jay
when
where
they do that.
he's in the Hell in a Cell and he's just beating Jay and he's like, and he's in tears because he has to beat his cousin. Like
Yeah.
that, you can't teach that, right? That's not
No.
that's not promo. That's something totally different. But I saw him at a live event, and my daughter saw him at a live. Like did my daughter's first live event. She really wasn't into it, but when that music came on, everybody threw their ones up, and that was when she first was like, Why is everybody putting their ones?" I said, "Because we the ones." She's like, "What does that mean?" And by the end of the match, Roman Reigns he was in a zone, and she fell in love with Roman Reigns. Like from the instant we watched wrestling, and every time he was on the screen, she was glued to it because of his presence, right?
That's great
And
parenting, right?
Monday, it is.
It is.
Because Monday, we saw it, and you mentioned it last week. He needs to talk. He needs to talk. And he
Thank you,
opened up this
Paul.
show, and boy, yeah, Paul listens. I know he's watching right now. We don't see him on the YouTube counter because he has like a ghost account or something.
Yeah, he
But
does.
it doesn't matter. I know you're listening because everything we say ends up happening like the next week. It's weird. It's
It
really
is
weird.
crazy.
Because you said Roman needed to talk, and he opened up the show, and boy, did he talk, because he owned Birmingham. Like he owned, like they might have still be chanting his name in Birmingham right now, because
Yep.
he just had that presence, and he is so confident. He exudes that confidence because he didn't have to say anything. Like initially, he just, I'm just soaking it up, man. I'm just here. He could smile now. He could yeet. He could
Yep.
do all of those goofy things and still be the cool bad
Yep.
guy, or still be my tribal chief and your tribal chief. What did you think of his promo on Monday?
I thought his promo was perfect. He gave props to Jey Uso, which is something he never, ever, ever publicly does.
Correct.
I think the way they have, from WrestleMania 40, where you took the belt away from him and you slowly knocked him down and took everything away from him, and then slowly started to build him back up as this different character. This is, you could see this is where they're putting all their time and energy right now. And I thought I thought the whole segment was great. Even when Paul Heyman came down with Bronson Reed, and Paul, wait, you're Samoan? Your ass belongs to me, he said.
Great line. I love that. I love. I'm really looking forward to this match, man. Like
I I think Roman can lose this match and it won't hurt Roman.
no, not at all. I don't think at
But
this point. I don't think anything really hurts Roman.
no,
Like
unless like
he's a
Dudley
made
comes
man.
back and pins him.
Yeah.
But him telling everybody how he lost the bloodline, he's not the tribal chief, he no longer has this, and at 2025 he has great things coming into next year, and you're starting to see dates for him pop up. I mean, I and then they brawled. It was just, then they just fought. And it was not just like your normal Raw opening, Raw, though they're going to fight. No, they fought. And then they
Yeah.
fought again. And then they fought more. And then security broke them up. And then they fought more.
Yeah, and Bronson squashed the damn security. Great, great set. This was a great segment.
It was 20 or so minutes of the two of them just fighting and beating each other up. And
This is how you sell a fight.
it was exactly how you sell a fight. And the fact that when Roman came out to the ring, he was happy. Like the being able to soak in, like John Cena now, being able to
Yes.
soak in the fans, it works. And you can see that he's able to just enjoy it.
Yes.
And even if he goes back to being a heel at some point, getting this run now where he's just enjoying everything, I thought it was great.
I think if it, like at this point, I think he's a made man. Like I don't. I
100%.
think like he's bulletproof. He is this generation Stone
Yep.
Cold. Like Stone Cold, when the glass would drop or
Yep.
the glass would shatter. Like no matter what, even if he's a heel, like even if he turns heel again and restarts the bloodline, he's still he's a made man. Like he has solidified himself as, I won't go as far as saying the greatest of all time, because we've seen so many of those come and go, but he's definitely up there. Like he has solidified himself as one of the top guys, definitely this generation's top guy.
Absolutely, 100%.
And you know I'm a Seth guy too. Like I'm a huge Seth Rollins fan, but Seth Rollins is kind of, I've always said Seth Rollins is the Macho Man to Roman Reigns' Hulk Hogan.
100%, 100%.
And Macho Man was a better wrestler, by the way, but
And who?
than Hogan. And
Oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
a better wrestler than Hogan.
but I mean, what I'm saying is Seth Rollins is a better
No,
wrestler than Roman Reigns.
absolutely. We got our first match 30 minutes into the show.
Yes, it was a guy with wings. He,
Another guy. I mean,
Dragon Lee came out with those wings. And
WWE likes wings.
they do. They
They like to give people wings.
Yes. I just thought it was weird because one, the aisles are so small. I was like, somebody's gonna rip those wings off
Yeah.
his back. That's what I kept thinking. It was like somebody's gonna grab one of those wings, but they didn't. But Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough, the head versus a dragon,
Listen,
and
the crowd in Birmingham was fantastic. So was the crowd in Dublin. But I didn't realize what they were chanting until I saw some fan footage of what the crowd was chanting during the match.
what would they chant during the match?
Massive, massive head. They were chanting massive, massive head. To the point that when Dominic came out, he actually had to cover his mouth to
'Cause he
stop
was
from
laughing.
laughing at what the crowd was chanting.
Yeah.
The crowd was chanting massive, massive head. Now you can hear it in your head the way
Yes.
the way the cadence is going, right?
Oh man, I did not notice that. They would chant.
I
No,
don't
I mean,
notice
they
it
would
either.
chant the whole night. They would chant the whole night. This is a hot crowd. The overseas crowd's always great.
But to chant massive, massive head at the man.
I mean, he deserves it.
This is
But
great. This was a really good match between the two of them too. It was a
it
fun
was.
match.
It was. Of course, the greatest luchador of all time runs down to the ring. He get a huge pop when he came. The world loves Dominic Mysterio.
They do, as they should.
The world everybody all over the world loves Dominic Mysterio. He comes out there, and of course he's casting distractions. AJ Styles comes out, and he just does what AJ Styles does, just beat Dirty Dom's ass and not
Yep.
win the match. Though he always beats him, beats his
does.
ass, but still finds a way to lose because Dom's the greatest. But Dragon Lee got to win.
Yeah.
Like Dragon Lee got to win. JD McDonough didn't deserve to lose, but I mean, somebody had
Yeah.
to lose.
Somebody's got to lose.
Dragon Lee got the win. There was some crazy spots in this match, but I'm glad to see Dragon Lee on TV. Right? He got forgotten for a very long time.
Yep.
And I thought he was injured, but he wasn't injured. He was just in catering, as with the rest of LWO when Rey Mysterio is not wrestling.
Who knows?
So, but we had another masked wrestler in our next match.
We did.
Because we had Penta versus Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
And just don't disparage the New Day, because thank God for the
Listen.
New Day. They're so good.
I like the New Day as much as anybody else, but Penta doesn't need eating losses from Kofi Kingston right now.
Kofi Kingston's a former world champion. Like let's not act like Kofi Kingston's some chump.
Look,
Like let's not do that.
look.
Kofi Kingston, Trouble in Paradise, 1, 2, 3.
I-
There was a point in time where Trouble in Paradise was the most protected move in the business. If he hit you with the Trouble in Paradise, it was over.
It just, yeah. I mean,
Oh
all right.
man, I don't
It was
think
a fun
Penta.
match.
I don't think Penta. I need to get Grayson Waller off my TV, but I
Yeah,
need to
that's-
see more of the New Day. I don't
Please-
like him with the New Day at all.
Please, Austin, get well soon so you two can have your feud that nobody cares about.
Yes. Like I'm so tired of seeing him with them. But Xavier and Kofi are great. Like they're I don't want to see Penta take too many losses. But if this is leading up to Ray Phoenix joining Penta, then I'm here for it.
Okay, then it'll be worth it. Yes.
If
Because
we
that'll
get
be
the-
a hell of a match. That
For
would be a
sure.
match.
for sure. You give him time. Like you got to give him time.
Just take Grayson Waller out of the mix.
Correct. Yeah. He has to go wearing suspenders all the time. But yeah, Kofi wins with the Trouble in Paradise over Penta, of course, after shenanigans outside the ring. Yeah, that match did happen once again.
Then we get to one of my favorite parts of the night. Again, I'm all in on the Irish wrestlers right now. I know you're not a big fan of Irish wrestlers, and that's okay. But
Becky's having a good run right now.
Becky's having a sensational run. And Becky came out again, and Becky did the same thing. Becky just took a dump all over Birmingham. Now, here's where the controversy comes out. Becky Lynch said that the only good thing to come out of Birmingham died a month ago. But Ozzy had the sense to move out of this dump and go live in a proper city like LA.
Great heel line, by the way.
Great heel line. And then Kelly Osbourne piped up on Twitter. Now, WWE and the Osbournes have a very good relationship.
Yeah.
Kelly
Ozzy's a Hall of
Osbourne
Famer.
came back at her, pissed that she said stuff about her dad. And then there's these reports where the WWE's thinking about apologizing. Time out a second. Becky didn't say anything disparaging about Ozzy Osbourne in any way, shape, or form. So I hope this is all part of the work. Because what Becky said was, the only good thing to come out of Birmingham died a month ago. And she's insinuating that Ozzy was a really good thing to come out of the city. She took a dump on the city, not on Ozzy in any way at all.
This one, I thought this was fake. I like, because I kept hearing that this might have been like some fake Twitter account or something like that. Because the video I saw of Kelly Osbourne, it sounded like AI. It actually didn't sound like a real human. But then again, everything sounds fake to me, because most of the time people are reading from a script or something that they wrote down so they could get their bullet points across. But if this is real, I mean, this is real because this has been picked up by a lot of different news outlets.
It's been picked up by everything.
This is pretty stupid. And I haven't heard Kelly Osbourne's name in a very long time.
Not since she got proposed to at the concert is the last time I heard her name.
I didn't know that it happened. That happened, but
she did. Right in front of Ozzy, backstage. Her husband proposed to her in front of her husband. It was really sweet moment.
Nice.
I'm sorry. The end of Becky's statement was, because if I lived in Birmingham, I'd die too. But still, Kelly came out and wrote on Twitter that you're a disrespectful dirtbag. Birmingham would not piss on you if you were on fire. Okay, right? That's fine.
Okay.
Shame on WWE for allowing such things to be said about my father and his home. Listen.
Come on.
Listen.
Like,
WWE and Becky Lynch did not say anything bad about Ozzy Osbourne in any way, shape, or form. Becky did what every wrestler does, and every heel wrestler in every city in the world. That's the quickest way to get the booze, is to you shit on the town, you shit on the sports team. That's what you do. And then you get booed.
Correct.
Unless you're in Philadelphia, you might get punched in the mouth, but that's because we're savages.
Touche. I don't. Why is this a news story?
It shouldn't be.
And them apologizing, okay, but like, let's not make a big deal out of this. Like, apologize.
No,
send her a text, man. Send her a text. Put it on X. Tweet the apology to Kelly Osbourne.
Right.
And tell her to have a great day.
She doesn't even need to apologize. She didn't say anything bad.
No. Like,
but
I would apologize only because Kelly's grieving, right? She lost her dad. Yeah. I understand that.
I can't pish pull it and say it was a month ago, you should be over it, because my dad passed 7 years ago and I'm still not fully over it. So I respect that. I respect that.
Like, I do respect that. And once again, you can't tell somebody, I can't tell somebody how to mourn.
No.
But at the same time, like, I don't think this is a news story. This is one of those things where I saw it and it's like, yeah, you can apologize, but once again, let's not, like, you don't have to go on Monday Night Raw next week and make a big, like, a big, huge apology. Because then that's not sincere, right?
It's not sincere.
Call that person.
No, it's not your character right now either.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're going, I mean, maybe she did call her off.
Yeah, I think so. I think so personally, because I think that much of Becky Lynch as a person, where she's like, hey, let me just call her and say, hey, this is the business. Kelly Osbourne knows the business. She's in the entertainment business. Like, you understand that's what they do. And once again, she might just be in pain. So I can't discount that. right?
No.
Very possible.
But then Nikki Bella came out, and they had some words. And Nikki sounds great on the mic. She sounds great. She sounds great in the way that she's comfortable on the mic, and that's fine.
Yeah,
It's a shame her sister's still banned from WWE, but what are you gonna do?
she's not banned,
Yes, she is.
is she?
Yeah, she's banned because her husband wrestles in AEW, and they're.
That's not true. Rhea Ripley is the biggest star in WWE, and her husband wrestles for AEW.
That's just what I keep seeing online. Maybe she's not banned, and she's just I don't know. But
Maybe they haven't extended her any money. Like,
maybe I know the Bellas like the money.
And Daniel Bryan's a weird dude, man. Like, or Bryan Danielson, whatever his real name is, he's a weird dude. So he might tell her like, "Don't go back."
Yeah,
like he might have like, "Don't go back."
Because he don't want to come back.
Yeah, he like
that's fine.
They did him dirty and like
don't come back.
Yeah.
Then we had a little backstage segment with EO and Ripley, where they're not going to be lovers, we're just going to be friends, but we're going to go our separate ways, and they're going to hug, and then the Kabuki Warriors in the background watching all mad, little spine action, and Rhea's got to go out and have her match with Roxanne.
I love this.
I love this whole thing. I love this entire thing that's going to be a tag team match eventually. And that's okay.
It's so goofy. It's so goofy and it's so man, I love every part of this. Like the way I didn't expect this story to turn the way it's turned.
Dude.
But I love it. It's so funny to me.
It's been great.
Asuka is unhinged. Like Asuka is coming undone right before our eyes.
I've seen some stuff online where people are like, you can't let them talk. You got to make them talk English so everybody can. No, I don't want to. I don't care. It's more authentic with them screaming at each other in their native language. And yet, I don't understand a word of what they're saying. I don't need subtitles. I don't want to know. It just they just sound so unhinged and angry.
And Kyrie is just standing there like, I don't want to do this. I want everybody to make up. I want to have fun. I love this angle so much.
It's great.
Like everything about this is hitting.
So
I didn't think. Go ahead.
I was going to say the most over woman in wrestling right now goes out for a match with, oh my God, Kyle Schwarber just hit another 3-run home run.
Oh my God. Are you playing MLB The Show again? Because that's not real life.
I mean, 15-3 against the Braves right now.
Yeah, those are MLB The Show.
In the bottom of the fifth inning, they're making up for the New York Mets series. And the fact that they score in 15 right now means they ain't scoring again for a week. Anyway, I digress. Rhea Ripley comes out for a match against the prodigy Roxanne Perez.
How can you not be impressed with Roxanne Perez? Like
good match between the two of them. Really, really good match. A lot of fun.
Their styles work so well together. Like they have great chemistry. Roxanne Perez just continues to prove herself to be a great young wrestler. Rhea Ripley's not old, so she's going to be here for a very long time. This is a match that I don't think they should have gave away on free TV. But once again, it's telling a story, especially letting us know that the tag team division is pretty hot. So Rhea doesn't have to necessarily go after the women's title if she doesn't win the women's title, because her and EO can then go after the tag titles.
Yep.
You know, make this a deal. You got Roxanne and Raquel. You got a hot women's tag team scene right now with some great wrestlers.
Yep.
And
I'm
here for that.
This was a really good match that Rhea won, that Roxanne came out, and they did the double team. And then little EO comes out to make the save. And they hugged, and it was great. It was a great moment, and I loved every second of it.
Yes. And then Asuka lost it in the backstage. I'm so happy. Like this lets me know that one, they're doing thinking a little bit outside the box, but two, it's actually pissing off a lot of people, and I'm here for that. Those people are fucking idiots. Like the people that is making upset for whatever reason is making upset. I know why I said two women. It's like this lesbian angle. I didn't see it that way until everybody started saying it because it's a tag team angle. I mean, it's the same angle that Charlotte and Alexa kind of doing. We're not friends, but they're just saying that they're friends
Right.
instead of
Right.
But it's an interesting way to get them to form a tag team, and it wasn't until her fighting Roxanne, it's like, all right, they could actually really do this tag team thing, and we could have a really good match between Charlotte and Alexa,
Yep.
Rhea Io.
Yep.
Who doesn't
I
want to
think it
see
would be a
that
great
match?
match.
Like, who don't want to see that? That's a great match for the women's tag team titles.
Absolutely.
Then we get AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. And AJ Styles has proven himself to know how to hit the Styles Clash out of anything.
Yep.
Like he can hit it from such a weird move to be able to hit from any other move to any counter move to go into the Styles Clash. But AJ Styles knows every single way to hit that Styles Clash because you got two of the best wrestlers who've ever walked the planet.
Two former
Not
leaders of the Bullet Club.
Yeah, not their best match because it wasn't
No,
supposed to be.
it was a quick match.
It's a Monday Night Raw match, and we get to the end. AJ wins with the way he rolled into that Styles Clash was insane. Like
That's
it
a
was great.
testament to both him and to Finn too.
Correct.
Yeah.
Get yourself in position to
Yep.
great match. AJ gets the win. Of course, Dom. Does Dom?
No,
Dom
there was
nope.
no interference, no questionable finish. This was a clean win. Done. Quick in and quick out.
You're right, because that leads to perhaps the best moment on Raw that's going to come up a little bit late. Hold up. Where is that moment at? I'm looking at these notes.
Is that the backstage thing?
Yes. So Dom goes to Adam Pearce and Dom calls him Charles Xavier, which is hilarious. But Adam Pearce puts Dom in an Intercontinental match against AJ next week. And when he says this, the look on Finn Balor's face,
Dude,
like the smile on Finn Balor's face.
Finn Balor looked like he opened a Christmas present a day early.
Yes. Which I love.
I
love this Finn. This whole era of Finn has just been great because he's such a slimy heel, but he's getting so much joy in, like he has so much joy every time he gets to like do some underhanded thing to the Judgment Day, but at the same time the Judgment Day is still remaining on top, which is crazy. I love it. Like that should have been a thumbnail picture until I saw that picture of Roman Reigns because he's my tribal chief, so
Yep.
he's our tribal chief, so he deserves that. But boy, that Finn's face was the highlight. Might have been the highlight of Raw.
It was great. He just looked.
Yes, he is so happy, and Dom was so pissed, and he called him Charles Xavier, which is hilarious. Like, oh man! And then we get to our main event. You mentioned this about the Raw formula. And this week was different because Roman Reigns opened up the show, deservedly so. He needed to open up the show.
Before we get to that, so Roman Reigns was all over the show. They fought a couple more times backstage, but Roman and Jay had a moment backstage where Roman basically told Jay, "Stop worrying about what other people think and go get your belt back."
And that was because he listened to the show last week when I said he should have been in the match. And he's like, no, those Island of Relevancy guys, the one time that they're wrong this time. We're never
and he even said that. I shouldn't be in this. This is your match, your moment. Go get it. And I thought, again, character development, propping your cousin up. That's great. Then we go to the main event now, where you were. I'm sorry.
But we did miss a big spot on Raw.
What we miss?
Bayley.
Oh,
Bayley's.
shit.
Bayley's.
Please.
Bayley is going through some things right now. Bayley is going through a metamorphosis. Now, initially, I was a little skeptical, right? You hear the maniacal laugh. Oh, she's turned into the Joker. She's Arthur Fleck now. The second week, last week, we start hearing some of the internal voices. This week, there's a good angel. There's the hugger, and then Ding Dong Hello on her shoulder, and they're fighting internally to see who is going to, win this battle. But I think we're all about to win
Yes, we are.
because
Yes, we are.
because I loved every second of this
Amen.
argument between her and herself,
Yep.
trying to figure out where she stands in the greater landscape of WWE when she's telling herself, "You're the greatest." No, you're not. You haven't been relevant since whatever. And man, I'm loving this.
This is
This,
going to be career defining for Bayley, just like when she turned heel. This back and forth, and then Lyra afterwards talking to Adam Pearce, asking if
yes.
Bayley's okay, and like she doesn't care, but she wants to know if she's all right. They're gonna have a hell of a damn good feud.
Bayley might murder Lyra
She
Valkyrie.
might.
like,
And
like I, I,
this is
I
some
feel
of
like she's
Bayley's best work right now. And again, credit to the creative team and credit to the way they're filming it. And it just, this is so well done.
yes. Like when after the segment when Lyra went to Adam Pearce, I was like, oh man, she's about to become a martyr because Bayley is going to massacre her in the ring as she should, and that's going to get that character even further over. I'm
Yep.
looking forward to that so much. I think that's going to be
Me too.
a great moment, and I just hope that they continue the momentum because they've had these moments with Bayley where she's had great moments and then they just stall, right? Like she'll Ding Dong Hello was just way up there, and then they just stopped. I mean, they just dropped it, and she
Yep.
went from being a main eventer to like, not even being on the card, and it wasn't all because of injury. Same thing with Damage Control, and I think the injuries hurt
Yeah.
that more than anything else. But
Me
at the
too.
same time, I just hope that this gets its proper due because we've seen other characters get their proper due, and I'm really excited for where they're gonna go with Bayley.
Me
But
too.
what I'm really not excited about, and I'll be totally honest, is this Fatal 4-Way coming up this Sunday.
Look,
I'm
the way this match started was great because Braun's walking to the ring and Roman decides to attack him out of nowhere in the back.
yes, love that.
And then when they pull Roman off him, LA Knight decided, you're
Let me
not
get
getting
my
the
shot.
entrance tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to beat your ass all the way to the ring.
Yep.
And
That was unique.
it was. And they had a nice little match. And then Seth Rollins came and distracted him. And then Jey Uso's music hit, and he took a good 10 minutes again. My man.
My man walks. Like he walks like a good 15 steps and
I'm
then
sorry,
does that.
CM Punk came out first, then Jey came. But again, he does. He walks a couple steps and then he like crouches down.
Yeah.
And then he creep walks down a little bit. Jey don't care.
Not at all. Not at all. We're lucky he didn't come through the crowd. He'd still be walking through the crowd, getting down to
He'd
the
still
ring.
be walking through the crowd.
I mean, Braun won the match. Braun won the match as he should, because like Paul said it
Yes.
before. He thinks that Braun is the future main eventer, but I'm just not a LA Knight guy. Like
I'm not an LA Knight guy either. And at the end of the show, Jey Uso super kicks LA Knight, which you kind of expected to happen.
correct.
Helped CM Punk. CM Punk helped Jey Uso up, right? I think if CM Punk helped him up.
Yeah, because he pushed. I think LA Knight pushed
him?
Punk into Jay.
Yeah.
Knocked him down, and then LA Knight and CM Punk fought for a little while, and then Jey Uso super kicks LA Knight,
Which you
and
expected.
then CM Punk's kind of standing there, like looking like kind of confused, like are we good? No, we're not, because Jey Uso super kicks CM Punk in the face,
I loved it.
and Seth Rollins laughing, and this just let me know Jay's not winning on Sunday.
No.
Like this just let me know Jay for sure is not winning in Paris. But I don't know if Seth is though.
So I asked a few questions in the Discord, right? I'm gonna get to
Yes.
these questions real fast
Let's
before we run down the Clash in Paris thing real fast. The questions I asked in the Discord were: we covered the WWE apologizing to Becky thing. Does LA Knight turn heel at Clash in Paris? If there's ever a chance for LA Knight to do something. So here's the thing. Seth is a heel already. CM
Yeah.
Punk isn't going heel, and Jey Uso isn't going heel, right?
correct.
What if LA Knight joins Seth Rollins? Would that help LA Knight?
No, that would be the worst thing in the
Okay.
world.
But LA Knight turning heel isn't a bad thing either.
No.
He needs something.
Yes.
He's stale now.
Yes.
He needs that next level push.
Yes. I think
He's got to turn heel.
yeah, but if he turns he he has to like murder CM Punk in the ring in order to get, because he's not gonna get booed. That's the same thing with
No.
like Seth. He's not gonna, like, people love him so much. He has to do something diabolical.
But if he did join that faction, no one expected Bronson Reed to join that faction, and it's working out. If he did join it, I don't know. I don't know if it would work out the same way.
I mean, it's wrestling, so it could definitely work.
It
But like,
is.
why would he like take himself out of the world title picture to help Seth Rollins win? Like, doing it at Paris wouldn't make any sense to me. That would just make me think his character is dumb. But doing it the night after,
Yeah.
like doing it on a Raw after that, like, oh,
Yes.
it's always a plan B, and like he attacks CM Punk, and like
Yes.
that makes sense. But like
And then
doing
let
it, yeah,
CM Punk and LA Knight have a little feud. And
Correct.
let Jay chase that belt for a little bit.
yes, correct. Like I could see
Okay.
that, but like don't do it at Paris, because then it just wouldn't, like, that just wouldn't make any sense to me.
So the other question I asked was Shamus and Rusev. They're going to team up because they had a really good run together. But are they going to team up as good guys or bad guys?
They might team up as bad guys first, and then turn like the Bar, like you know how the Bar just kind of got over time. Like at first everybody hated them. Oh, why are they teaming up? And of course Sheamus is just good. Like Sheamus just puts on
And they're
bangers,
good
and
together. They're
Yeah,
very good together. They have great chemistry together.
they are. They
Okay.
make a great tag team.
We
But, yeah, I
answered the
think
Bayley.
heels.
We answered the Bayley comment. We answered the John Cena thing. And the last little question I had before we get to Clash in Paris. And what's up, Brandon? Thanks for
What's
popping
going on,
in.
Brandon?
Is Tama Tonga alive? And will he come back to the WWE and join opposite the MFTs? And I've mentioned this in the past because Solo has said in the past that his MFT is complete.
Complete. So to quote Tama Tonga himself, yeah. I
Does he
think
come back to Clash in Paris?
no. They don't have a match.
So let's go into the Clash in Paris real
They
fast.
don't have a.
Let's see what we have on the docket for right now. I use the word docket. I'm
Okay.
professional. We got Clash in Paris this Saturday night, the 30th.
That's a date.
August 30th
Yeah.
at 2 p.m. Eastern in the United States. Okay?
That is noon this time.
That is noon.
That
for
is
you.
noon for me. Yeah.
Now I'm having oral surgery in the morning. I'm getting a tooth pulled. It was a root canal on my number 7 jaw. I'm trying to get my grill fixed because it's a disaster. It's like a hockey player car crash, not from hockey though, just from bad choices and bad genetics. So I'm getting a tooth pulled, and then I'll get them all fixed, and I'll get a plate to make it all look nice. I can smile and cut some hair up there. So I don't know how I'm going to feel for wrestling. I should be okay. I'm going to get knocked out, pulled a tooth. I wake up, my kid drives me home. I sleep for the day.
Yeah.
So we have some matches. We have John Cena versus Logan Paul. Now I don't know what the order of these matches are.
That sounds like an opening match.
It could be an opening match. Who do you think wins? We'll make this one a little. We'll make this one a little quicker. But who do you think? Do you think Cena puts him over?
No.
You think Cena wins?
Yeah. Cena wins.
Okay. John Cena. John Cena.
Yeah.
That word
I
John
think
is
I think
wonderful.
Cena wins. Logan should win, but I think Cena wins.
He froze.
I froze.
T
You
froze.
froze. I'm still here.
Or did
hear
I
you. No, maybe.
Did I
think
lose
you-
T?
I'm still
Oh, no.
here. I think yeah, you're gone. He's gone. There we go. He's back.
Did you lose? Did I get bumped?
Yes.
Oh man, I was just talking about how I love John Cena. I thought the word John kicked you out.
Yeah, maybe it did. I don't know. I'm back
Okay.
though. I'm
I
here. I'm still here.
could see John Cena winning.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
I think Logan should win, but I think John Cena wins.
Okay. Then we have a World Heavyweight Championship match. Right? We got Seth versus Punk versus Jey Uso versus LA Knight. What do you think happens in this match?
LA Knight hits CM Punk with the BFT. After he hits CM Punk with the BFT, Seth Rollins comes in and stomps him and pins CM Punk to win or to retain and still World Heavyweight Champion.
I think I like the way that finish goes. I'm not going to change a thing. I definitely think Seth Rollins pulls this one out.
Yeah, for sure.
Then we have Roman Reigns versus Tribal Thief.
Roman's gonna win, but I think Bronson should win.
I think he puts over Bronson Reed. I'm going to go the other way. I think Bronson should win this
For sure.
because it only helps Roman. You got to take everything away from Roman before you build Roman back up.
Like 5 tsunamis. Like he has he has to destroy Roman Reigns in this
He
match.
does.
And I'm here for that.
I'm also here for that. Then we have a good old fashioned Donnybrook match: Sheamus versus Rusev. I think Sheamus wins.
Yeah.
I think Sheamus wins, and they hug it out in the end.
No, I don't think
No?
they hug it out then. I think that Rusev's tried to kill Sheamus after he wins the match.
Okay.
I don't think they hug it out. I think they end with a lot of anger, and then we kind of build into the bar thing where they they end up getting placed in some random match together.
Okay. I don't Matt. I like Matt winning. Bronson wins via interference, but I do not think he takes his shoes back yet. I think that's gonna. If they're smart, they give them another match, and that's a stipulation in it. Hang them mofo's from the ring. Hang them.
Nah, I don't want that.
That's too much.
I don't think they're gonna do. But then again, who knows?
And then the final match as of now is Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella. There's no shot Nikki Bella wins this match. Zero chance.
Yeah, no.
0%.
No.
0.00%.
No. Unless no.
0%.
The
Now-
only way Nikki wins is if Brie comes in and they do twin magic.
I don't think that's even going to happen.
I know.
Now, one final little note. Stephanie Vaquer was supposed to have a title match against Naomi at Clash in Paris. Adam Pearce informed her that she was not going to have a title match and that he promised he would take care of her down the line. I don't like that.
I don't like this. This is the dumbest. Like, they could have come up with something. They could have
coulda
just had a tournament. Yes.
But Triple H likes to stick to his 5-match formula.
No, I get we don't have to do it in Paris, right?
No, we don't.
I understand say, hey, you're not going to get your match in Paris because we don't know who the world champion is.
No. But you need to start talking about this.
Correct.
And you're not going
Like,
to talk about it until after the Clash in Paris.
his answer was just ridiculous. Like, I have to figure this out. It's like, what's there to figure out? Like,
Just make a match, dude. That's what you
Yeah.
do now.
Yes.
That's what you
Just
do.
make a match.
Make it official.
We're gonna have a 6-pack challenge or something random.
Give
But
me,
like
give me Rhea, give me Io, give me Asuka, and give me one more.
Stephanie, like put her in the match. Like, why would you not put her in the
I
match
don't
to
want-
crown
I
the
don't-
champion?
I don't want Stephanie in that match. I want Stephanie to get a one-on-one match with the champion. Make it a transitional champion if you have to, but put the belt on Stephanie.
No. See, I totally disagree.
Yeah, that's dumb. Coming out of my mouth, that's dumb.
No,
sorry.
I mean, Stephanie winning, because like up until this tag team thought in my mind, I just thought Io should win it and then feud with Asuka, because I think those matches, that is a money feud.
I don't think you need a belt for that feud, but that's definitely a feud that I want to see. There's going to be some great, great, great matches.
They're gonna, I mean, like they're gonna have like a CM Punk Drew McIntyre level feud between Asuka and Io.
Yep.
After I think they're gonna have a few tag team matches first, and I think we're gonna have that match at Survivor Series. I think we're gonna get Asuka and Io 1-on-1 at Survivor Series, because we have we have WrestlePalooza. I think we'll get the tag match at WrestlePalooza, and then I think we get Asuka and Io at Survivor Series. I hope we get Asuka and Io at Survivor Series. And I hope they change the name of WrestlePalooza, because I hate it.
Changing that name.
I know.
Changing. And
Man.
Before we sign out, just one little thing from Matt. I know Matt is a hater of Phillies pitcher Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola just passed Cole Hamels for third all time in Philly strikeouts. That's for you, Matt. Love you.
What does that put him in, like 500 for all time and all time strikeouts and pitchers?
Got 1,845 strikeouts. That's a lot of strikeouts.
That is a lot of strikeouts.
He could pass Robin Roberts and become second all time.
Robin Roberts?
Robert Roberts has 1871 for the Phillies.
I was like, Robin Roberts? I thought that was
No. Steve Carlton still has 3,031 strikeouts, but I digress.
I don't think any Philly deserves all that money.
That's not
Matt, but
Matt.
that's very mean of me to say.
Matt dislikes Aaron Nola on a Cody Rhodes level.
Well, does he like Aaron Nola? Dislike Aaron Nola as much as I dislike CM Punk?
Yes.
I love it.
Absolutely, 100%.
I love it.
100%. I can answer that for him.
That's the hate I could get behind right there.
Yep.
I could get behind that type of hate.
Matt hates. Yes. Go on.
But you know what? Once again, Matt, thank you so much for keeping the chat going. Thank you, Brandon, for dropping in, Brandon Gordon. And thank you, Frank. We'll sign out a little bit before 2 hours this week.
Woohoo!
Hopefully next week we get some great stories that don't involve any type of violence.
We got hockey starting back up, so we'll see.
I mean, college football's coming. NFL's on its way.
Yes, it is.
This is a good time to be a sports fan. This is a great time to be a WWE watcher, because I feel like they've gotten some competition from AEW. AEW had a nice little event this weekend.
Yes.
And competition breeds greatness. And I hope that the WWE continues to be great. And Clash in Paris is going to be great. Like all of their 5-card match, 5-match PLEs are always great. You always get great matches.
Do you know who it's not a good time to be a fan of?
If you say the Yankees, then
no.
I'm going to be sad.
No, I will not say the Yankees.
Who is it not a great time to be a fan of?
35 years and counting, Dallas.
Boy, Jerry Johnson. Jerry Jones is a terrible owner. Jerry Jones needs to just go ahead and stay rich and sit somewhere. Let somebody else, not his son, not Stephen Jones, let somebody else do something.
Let me tell you what. as an Eagles fan, I hope
Great news.
Jerry Jones lives to 200 years old and stays in charge of Dallas for the rest of my life.
Yes.
Everybody is playing chess. Jerry Jones is playing checkers.
Jerry Jones is playing pinochle. Like he's playing a card game while everybody else is playing chess. Like I'm from New York, man. I don't have a football squad. Like I don't do college football.
I don't watch college football. If I got to say anything, I'll just say Temple because they're the most local to my area, and I know they are not good.
I'm just here to hate Alabama. I'm here to hate on the Roll Tide because I've lived in Alabama.
Or are they Georgia?
Who? No, that's Auburn.
Auburn. That's who all the Eagles draft. All right.
Oh no. The Eagles have drafted. Yeah, Devontae Smith. He's a former Bulldog. I mean, Tide. Jalen Hurts. He played for the Tide. Yeah.
Ah, there you go. So you can't even support. Look, I'm not a Temple alumni, but it's local to Philly, so Temple or Penn State, just because they're as most local.
Yeah, I hate Alabama because once again, living in Alabama, you just learn to hate all of those silly fans.
Matt is a Gator fan.
Oh man, even see, Matt, you're old enough to remember Steve Spurrier, and like I used to like the Gators when they had, Steve Spurrier, not even like Danny Werfel and all those guys, like way back in the day.
When I was a young man, and starter jackets were a thing, I had a Miami Hurricanes jacket just because it was cool and it was popular. I didn't know a thing about it, but I had it.
The fun and gun. Yeah. No, the U, oh man, back the boy, like you talk about criminals. Like, you think the Dallas Cowboys is a bunch of, I mean, they all came from the U. Michael learned from all.
I know. I didn't know then.
No.
This is the same guy. This is the same guy. Last thing I'll say before we go. This is the same guy that when I was growing up and we were playing football on the street, right, in my neighborhood, before I knew anything about football, okay, my mom bought me a Danny White jersey. Okay, it was a knockoff Danny White jersey. I didn't know anything about anything at the time. So when we were playing football, when you're a kid, everybody lines up and you say, "Who am I? Who are you? Who are you? I'm this guy. I'm this guy." Mm-hmm. The older kids had me calling out that I was Tom Landry when I was going out for passes. I didn't know who Tom Landry was at the time. But when I ran my route, Tom Landry, I'm open, Tom Landry. Now I look back on that and I'm like, you sons of bitches. You sons of bitches. You got me good.
That's hilarious.
You got me good.
I mean, you're a Hall of Fame coach. Like you're
not catching passes.
Yeah, exactly.
No. I got Harold Carmichael over here. I got Wilbur Montgomery over here. You got Tom Landry in the slot.
Hey man, yeah.
Come on now. They got
Hall
me
of Fame coach. Good times. But until next time, once again, thank y'all so much for joining the Island of Relevancy. We'll be back next week with another show. Probably be on Wednesday next week.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully, yes. We won't have any more drafts.
No drafts, but
no drafts.
We'll
catch y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
And go watch some wrestling, man. Go watch some wrestling. Why is this never working? Never.